Hey guys, David with Twice Diecast. Thanks for joining me on another episode of What's Cracking. We had to get up early. We're going across the pond. Let's see what Rapid Nismo is cracking today.
What's up, people?
All right, guys, we got a special episode this morning. Rapid Nismo in the house. Aaron has got his box. If you're new to the channel, new to the series, this is where I send out some goodies that I picked out for friends around the world. Aaron, how are you doing this morning, sir?
Well, I'm absolutely knackered. My feet are very tired from wearing steel cap boots all week. Well, for 3 weeks that is. I just want some rest. So what's better than to pack open or crack open a box sent from you all the way from the States, which, mind you, I'd like to add, took what was it? Six
It,
days,
it was
5 days
quick.
to come all the way from Alabama to my front door. That's mental.
I don't think I could have gotten it any faster there, and it was standard shipping. So
Yeah.
shout out to the United States Postal Service and whoever and Royal Mail for picking up the baton when it landed on your
Well,
shores. I've been waiting for this moment for a while. I've been looking forward to sending you some stuff, Aaron. So let's go ahead, get to cracking, start unwrapping, and tell me when you got it open. In the meantime, viewers,
there is a whole shelf above me of Gore Customs. I would just like to point out, literally a whole shelf you have.
yeah, let's talk about them as we get through it. While Aaron is opening, I'm going to show his channel for all you viewers that don't know his channel because you got to go. It's really, really cool stuff.
Okay, if you are new to the Rapid Nismo channel or you haven't found it yet, use this information to find one of the coolest sites. Aaron is based in the UK. He does a lot of product reviews, new cars that are out, a lot of Matchbox, Hot Wheels. He's out there hunting just like the rest of us, but there's also stuff like premium diecast brands like Kyosho. He does some peg hunting videos and some customs from time to time as well. So loads of content on his channel. One of the nicest guys in the community. You can see even on his about section, he's got shout outs for other channels. Give his channel some love. Let's get back to the unboxing. I think Aaron has just about got the box open, but I want you guys to know where to find his channel.
So
When do I pull it?
pull it, rip it.
Oh wait, no. I thought the whole thing wouldn't come out
Yeah, the
together.
whole
It
thing
does come out
slides
together.
out.
Yeah.
So it's a funky
This is
box.
gonna go badly. It didn't go badly, surprisingly. And there is a magazine that has instantly greeted me.
Let's see which one this is. So this is a publication in the
So,
States.
great. I wish we had this sort of thing. This is sweet. This.
All right.
Have a flip through
Well,
it.
you can flip
Oh,
through
yeah.
that. You can flip through that later. Let's crack open. I want to
Right.
see some cars.
So do I, to be honest, but that's really interesting. Now, we don't get that sort of thing here.
Understand, understand. Well, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much. I do need to buy a mag from, I can't remember what the mag's called, the ones that you guys had on the Diecast Breakdown. It's completely blanked my mind.
Diecast Heroes.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot it, but that's the one.
Tony and Carmen Matthews. And you know, you would have a lot to talk about with Tony. He is a photographer and
Yeah.
has been doing photography over there for a long time. All right, what's the
There's
first
a
one?
box. There's a box that was in the corner.
If that's a smaller one, put that to the side. I want that one to be one of the last ones.
That was a smaller one, yes. And there's something instantly on the top of the protector
There
pack. I
there
am
you
not
go.
sure
Let's,
what that is.
yeah, rip that open.
Although, is this the old famous? Eventually it will be. I believe it is. Oh no, it's not. I thought this was the old famous Lotus Esprit. It's not. It is now my oldest car in the collection.
And
This
that's why I
car,
got
that
it.
is.
That's why I got it for you, man. Like I knew you are first and foremost a collector at your heart, at your core,
Everything around me is never leaving me, ever. Even if I
right?
stop collecting, it's never going anywhere.
So I thought it fitting that you have some legit OG Hot Wheels, and you know I'm a Corvette guy since my dad
Oh
gave
yeah.
me a Corvette. So I thought what better way to have some vintage Hot Wheels than a Corvette? Look at that card. Never been punched, never been hung on a
That's the thing
peg.
that's blown me away, isn't it? It's the peg piece is still there.
Yep.
What
That
year
is
is it?
a look on the bottom of the card there. There should be a year. I'm gonna guess something in the 80s or early 90s.
There is no copyright, I don't think. Oh no, 1981 copyright. So
1981.
1982. That is
42 years?
well, yeah, about that. That's what.
Sure.
Well, I'm going to spin the camera around because I have a brand new pegboard next to me, and I'm going
Yeah.
to show you where this thing's going.
All right.
Rearrange it slightly. Turn around. Can you see?
Yeah, that's up there with some other jewels.
Oh, we've got my line of supers, mini badges, we've got everything on there.
So let's talk about your channel. Why did you start it, and what do you prefer to put on your channel?
Well, that's an easy one. The first one, I can put the blame on two people, at least, and that's not one of them, Hewitt's. Sadly, you were a bit late to the party there. I would have to say the first person who truly showed immense support before any of you guys rocked up was Adrian at Big A's Diecast. Now, in the middle of lockdown, I just started feeling like I wanted to get some sort of little diecast things. So I was bored, there was nothing to do. And I did have a collection before that, but it was nothing as big. It was just picking up, oh, wow, that's a nice RS6. And I have money, so I go and buy it, you know what I mean? So I go and buy that, and then I didn't look through them every now and again. But then through lockdown, it sort of escalated, as with everyone's did. And I started showing off them actually on the thing you guys are propped up on. It's a little IKEA sort of build-out table type thing. I've deleted the video or hidden the video ever since because I can't stand it. The production is terrible. My voice sounds, oh my, don't even comment on it. It sounds unbelievably bad. And yeah, but Adrian still commented on it. He said, like number one and support and everything. And that really pushed me on. Then I went and followed him. And then eventually, I can't remember how, but I crossed paths with the insane Mr. Derek Matz, aka Honest Diecast, who then said, well, you like Back to the Future. In fact, it's sitting behind me out there. So I'm going to pick it up Back to the Future DeLorean and send it to you. And then that sort of skyrrolled. And then kept going. And then a few months later, in fact, it arrived on my mum's birthday, the first ever mail call happened here. But this was a huge box, probably that big. It was ridiculous. And he went, oh, sorry, I must have added to it. And then when it came through, didn't tell me when he shipped it. It just came randomly. And I was thinking, God, what has he done here? And so, yeah, from there, it sort of pushed me forward. And I was thinking, well, there's a community here. And there's people who will support me no matter what happens. People who are extremely friendly, like yourself. People who are pretty much family, and I've never met you guys in person before, which is just bizarre.
Right.
Even though I know you all so well, you know what I mean? You've all seen me grow effectively,
Right.
so
Right.
that must be bizarre. Started fully on with the diecast photography sort of thing, which I nicked from a guy called Drifter D. I gave
Yeah.
ask for permission if I could use it and credit them, and he said yes. And then that's when I got that sort of semi-famous clip of him zooming into my channel and then saying a few little lines. And then I sort of looked about and sort of thought, all of these new casts that are coming out, for instance, I'll give you an example of my latest video, the Mazda RX-8 from Matchbox. And every time you type it up in the thing, because say you've got a cast and you want to buy it, but you're not sure of how it really is and the detail and that stuff, so you're not really sure if you want to buy it, which is something I found myself in. So search it up, and all of these channels that would review this brand new cast would be Indonesian or Southern Asian or sort of that part of the world
Yeah.
where you don't understand them because you're English, nothing against them, they do the same thing as me, that's fine, but you cannot understand them. There's not a word you can, you know what I mean? And the subtitles
yeah.
on YouTube aren't very good anyway, but some of them don't even have subtitles. So that's a market, oh, not a market, but a gap in the sort of space I looked at and thought, I'm going to fill that. And that's where we are today.
No, let's get to it. Get to the next one. I like the reason
good
for
segue.
starting the channel. Yeah, I like the inspiration behind it is really to share information and get it out there to other collectors. So well done on you, and thank you for the kind words. And there, reach in there. I thought this would be one that I didn't know if you guys had these 2 packs over there.
We do not. No, it's one of the actually. That's another point I'd like to bring on. This thing looks amazing. There we go.
Those seem like 2 that would fit your collection.
We don't actually get these here, but funny enough, over the last few years, you guys have heard me complain. In fact, there's another 2 pack here. It's sent me up there. You guys have heard me complain relentlessly that we don't get anything in the UK whatsoever. We don't get any premiums, no exclusives, nothing. Well, over the past year or two, things have ramped up. For instance, we now get team transports. Mind blowing. We get premiums. Not all premium sets, mind you. We do get quite a few, as you saw from the Integra I've used a few weeks ago.
Yep.
We get a lot of Matchbox now. We don't get any of the premium brands like Greenlight or any of those, but we are getting a much broader scale, and we even in shops. You know the Hot Wheel crates. If you want to put some on the screen now, the crate, the premium crates.
Yeah, it looks like shipping crates.
We even get them. Yeah, we even get them.
Well, that's good news. Good news for you collectors in the UK, and if you're watching in the UK and didn't know what the availability was, you heard it from Aaron. Things are a lot better. So
pretty much everywhere is now offering anything you can possibly wish for.
Get out there and get hunting, right?
That's the only way you can do it.
Let's keep on trucking. What's next? What was the one that you pulled out at the very beginning? The box that was a little bigger than the smaller white box. Go ahead. Let's rip into that one.
Is this, before I open it, what I think it is?
I don't know.
Is it not a replica? But I'm just gonna guess, since it was on your channel fairly recently, it's from a certain brand that you have a love-hate relationship with, which makes me quite laugh. Every time you open one up, you think, oh God, it's not good, it's not good. And then you open the next one, oh, it's brilliant, and then everything goes wrong.
So look at this matte black Juke. I'm going to put your own car or pictures of your other Juke.
I have a picture of a Juke there.
Up right now. Well, we've got that one, but I want to talk now. Let's talk about why you are the biggest Juke fan in the world. Tell us a little bit about that. And hold the car up while you're talking so we can look at it.
Well, I'll not talk while I'm holding it. It's just brilliant. It is by far the most accurate one I've ever seen. In fact, if I turn around, I've deliberately position it in this way.
Yep.
I can just pick up my own.
Okay.
Tomica,
so this is a Tomica mainline, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This is actually an exclusive. I can't remember what exclusive it is. The box is buried somewhere in here where I keep all my empty boxes. It was an exclusive. I can't remember where it's from. I won a bid on eBay, which I wasn't expecting for, way underpriced. And I was thinking, well, I'm not going to complain about that. And swap the wheels on, and it looks even better now.
Yeah, hold that up. Hold it up and do a little spin in front of the camera.
I need a little spinny table like you do.
Yeah, there you go. No, that looks good. Okay, so we've got lensed headlamps. I like the wheel swap. Loads of casting or loads of details.
The axles do need shortening.
Yeah, I like the Nissan detail on the grill. That looks good. So well done by Tomica. All right, so now the other brand that you have now is a company called DCT Diecast Team. And the jury is still out. But on that one, it's a result.
That's my decision on that one. On this cast. I would say this is my overriding decision on this when I get this cracked open on the review table outside, whether it's a win or not. And I'm already going to say, just from looking at it in the packaging, that even if there's a massive slice down the door, covered in grey paint or whatever, like that van was for you, I couldn't care any less, because this thing is bang on. A Duke R 2.0. I've never seen one before.
So if you've never watched a Rapid Nismo video, he uses a certain tool that has become known in the community.
There we go.
Tell everybody what this is called.
Now, I don't know where this came from. At least I know where it came from. I nicked it from a, I think it was a toolbox or something in the shed. But this eventually, because Mark at That's a Man Diecast, little shout out to you. He has, or used to have, this great big finger on a stick that he would point things out and go, "Would you look at that?" And it was a thing. So I decided, since I do mostly reviews on my channel of castings and sort of things like that, I wanted something to not pull my greasy mitt in and point at it. I would get a screwdriver, and I don't know where I got this name from, the screwdriver of truth. And well, here we are today.
It never
This
lies,
thing
does it?
gets used in mostly every single review to point out every single bit of detail going all the way around the car, and it eventually gives its verdict, or my verdict. There we go. So, this is a replica of a car that I hold extremely dear to my heart. And anyone who knows me in person knows how much this car means to me, because I do photography and shooting, which we'll get onto later on. And every time I go out in their cars, they always ask me, "So, what is it about that Duke?" Or, they'll always ask me a question, and I'll always say the exact same answer. It's not what it is. I mean, I do absolutely love what it is. I love that it's a Duke that will go ridiculously fast and beat almost anything you could possibly wish to beat on the roads around here. But also the fact it looks good. I think it looks brilliant. It's a unique design. It's aggressive, but also quite curvy. I just love it. It's mint. And it's aggressive and loud and just stupid. But it's mainly the connection that I have with it that also my dad has with it. And it's the first car, and I think one of the last cars we will ever own that both of us will have the same, or not the same, but a similar feeling about it that, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm training to be a mechanic or a vehicle technician, and I learned everything of it, every single bit of the basics on that car down there. That's how significant it is. That my whole career, my whole way of earning money in the future will stem from that Black Duke, as well as memories, countless memories of going out with my dad on little country roads all the way across the northeast and across England, really, in that car, enjoying it. I mean, there's a family photo he has when he was probably my age or even younger of him and his sisters and brothers and mum and dad against a river, all in front of that. And there's now a car park. You can park up and go on the dales and all sorts. It's beautiful. And I have a photo now of that car parked with the wheel cocked, sort
Right.
of
Yeah.
turned that way, right in the exact millimeter where my dad was sat in front of the camera, taking a family photo when he was a kid in probably the 70s or 80s. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's
that's
how
amazing.
special that car is. That
Well,
car is not a
that's
car to me. It is genuinely another part of the family. And
well,
as soon as I earn enough money, I will buy that thing and never, ever, ever let it go. I don't care what happens. It's never, ever letting go. That's
you
mine
know,
forever.
well let's keep on going. Get another one out of the box and let's see what else you got in there.
So we have this,
I
whatever
don't
it
even
is.
I don't remember what it is. You're gonna have to
And I
open
can
it up.
see, I will show on camera what I can see from the back. I believe it's going to be another oldie from Diecast Extreme, if I make any guesses.
Okay.
I can
Yep.
see this through the back.
Yep. I figured, if we're gonna do a vintage Hot Wheels, you gotta have something from uh the UK's favorite brand as well.
Which is this, whatever this is. I'm opening it from the back, so I don't know what it is. Just like I did with the Duke. Oh, yes.
That was a pretty sharp casting.
I'm not sure you know this, or anyone really, because I don't talk about it very much on YouTube, but I am one of the biggest BMW fans you could ever meet in your entire life. And one of my main dream cars, other than the Nismo, is a red with red interior BMW 850 CSI, which is exactly what this car is in the exact spec.
That's ridiculous, man. That I did not know that. And that's pretty cool to hear you say that, man. I'm really glad that worked out. Yep.
This thing is bang on,
That's one of the better
absolutely
Premier.
bang on.
Some of the Premier ones look a little odd. The tires, go way out.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
think that one looked pretty good.
this is my first Premier Matchbox. I've never had one before.
Good. Well, that
This
was
is
the
by
intent.
far my.
I'm glad you like that one. All right, what's next?
What's next? Are we going back into the box?
Let's go back in.
Deep dive So we have this, and then there's another little box over there, left, and that is the final thing in here.
All right. Let's see what this one is.
Now I don't know what this is yet. I haven't looked. Again, like usual, so all you guys know before me. I'm presuming by David's smile, it's something that I will like.
I hope so. This is something you can you'll have a little bit of a connection. You'll have to tell everybody why.
That is brilliant.
What is the connection to this one?
Well, this is a funny one. So this is, for all you who don't know, a Mini Cooper. Now this one will be an R50, which is the chassis code. Very nerdy BMW Mini stuff. You guys don't care about that in the slightest. But I could talk this for hours.
Yep.
So we had the idea of going out and buying sort of a cheap runabout that isn't too bad on fuel, because that car is unbelievably bad on fuel, to the point where we probably get about 20 miles a gallon if we are careful. If we aren't careful, we'll probably get 6 out of a 1.6 litre 4-cylinder engine. God, that is bad. But yeah, so we set about, and we were doing this for years. We were going through classifiers and all sorts. We couldn't find anything, and we eventually settled on a Mini Cooper. And we bought the red one, which is also on Instagram, known as, what I call it, the Helper, or one of my friends call it something I'll not repeat.
Right.
It's a red R56 Mini Cooper, Mini Cooper diesel, which is also something you guys don't get.
Right.
You guys never got the diesel minis, which
I don't think
is
so.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it gets 60 miles a gallon. It's just brilliant. And I love minis. I've even got a matching watch for it in the same color scheme from Mini themselves. So that thing is brilliant, and that's been something I've been contemplating buying for a while. As one of these minis from Johnny Line. But every time, that thing's brilliant though. And while we're on the topic, I have a full format video about this. This is a little custom I made of the little Helper.
Yeah.
Or Coops, as what I sometimes call it. This is the Hot Wheels version of the Mini Cooper S Challenge, so it's a bit different than mine. But still, this is my first ever attempt at a two-tone paint job, and it was a pain in the backside. I never want to do. I'm joking. I want to do this again, because this thing did turn out exactly what I wanted, but it's given me hope for the next one I do.
Well done. Yeah. No, that's all you can hope for, is to get 1% better each time.
Brilliant. That is brilliant.
Your last one is something. It was a late addition to the box, and
right.
I didn't know if you had anything in this certain series, and you'll understand what I'm talking about, in your collection. So let's open the last one. And when I saw it at the show, I thought your collection needed one.
No, you haven't.
Well, I thought,
no, you haven't.
I thought this would be a good one to get you started if you didn't have any RLCs.
I don't have any RLC or Redline Club in my collection whatsoever. Now, you notice throughout this whole thing, my hair has become increasingly weird. Because every time I get shocked, I go like this and push it back. I'm just looking at the back, and then I just peeled it back and saw the word Jaguar, or you guys would call it Jaguar, which really does my nuts in.
I've been corrected. It's Jaguar from here out.
I know. I remember grilling you about that.
So let's get this one out. This is too pretty to
You
sit.
haven't done this, have you? So you want me to open this up on?
I do. Yeah, let's open it up. Let's open it up.
Anyway, I've gotten to this stage and I stopped.
Can't stop there.
Oh God, that was in hindsight a terrible idea. I should have supported that.
I should have said something. I knew that was going to end poorly, but that's all right. No harm done.
It got a bit tight, and I was thinking, well, if I knock it out, that'd be fine, because that's my mechanical instinct happening. If something gets knocked, if a spanner gets stuck, you start knocking it.
Yep.
Right.
They pack them really well for these.
I'm glad they do, because that could have gone badly. That. God, great.
I know. Look at that. It called out to me. I was in a show, and it was like an emerald sitting there.
Look at that.
I know. They really knocked it out of the park.
God, get your face off it. There we go. God, that looks absolutely unbelievable.
The detail under the hood is what got me on that one. I
Oh,
promise.
wait,
I promise
oh,
it comes
got it.
off. There you
Wait,
go.
got it.
Got it? All right.
Yay.
All right. We'll resume.
We're back. That probably took about 5 minutes of tedious pinching and
Great
trying to get
care.
it off. Hot Wheels, I don't know what you did with that, but that
Well
was
worth it.
ridiculous.
Those cases are pretty intense, but worth the effort, because look at that beauty.
Oh, I am going to need a microfiber tonight.
Yeah,
This thing is unbelievable.
might even have my fingerprints on it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Jeez, this thing's unbelievable.
I know.
Sorry to any Christian viewers out there. I've not been very good today.
It's understandable. Look at the reflection in the top of the roof. It's we were getting a full reflection.
You know what's surprising me as well is how heavy it is. It's a very weighty cast. It's a very, very weighty cast.
Yep.
That thing is unbelievable. I mean, even the interior is. Sorry, I'm taking this off our screen. I'm just getting a good look.
Yeah, look at the steering wheel.
I know, that's what I'm looking at. There's nothing better, I think, than a nice wooden steering wheel.
Yep.
And even the interior, the engine bay, you can see every single thing is detailed. Spark plugs, injection, not injection. Everything is nicely detailed. Everything's there. There's even a battery.
Well,
That thing is absolutely incredible.
I'm glad you like it. Your collection needed something of that caliber.
And I'm just going to adore it because this thing is absolutely unreal. I mean, I'm lost for. It's very rare that I'm lost for words. I still talk when I'm lost for words, obviously, but I just don't know what to say, so just say Java.
Yeah. No. Let's. You're very welcome. So let's ask one of my last questions. Like, as somebody who's lived there your whole life, how important are the automakers that are in England to you in the car community in England?
There's no real definitive answer to that, and I know that's a very cop-out statement to say. And I'm going to bring up a man who I know from. There's a thing, I'm not sure if you know what it's called. It's called Park Run. It happens every Saturday morning at your local park. It's like a free 5-kilometer run. There's a guy who goes there and he travels all the way from down south from Longbridge, all the way up to here to Saturday, every Saturday.
Wow.
Which is about a 400-mile drive just to do this run and see us, right? And he's called Trevor. And Trevor is one of the lead Range Rover Jaguar Land Rover designers or engineers. I know one of the Range Rover Land Rover designers personally, which is quite a statement to make.
Yep.
And to him, he's one of the most passionate guys you can ever sort of know. And he's clearly passionate about his design and the way he sort of works. It's fascinating the way that guy works and thinks. It's brilliant, and obviously to him it's extremely important. But to the vast majority, it depends where you go as to where you guys are. Because I mean, it's the same for asking about American brands. Really, it depends who you speak to. Because for me, of course, I love them, and they are some of their designs are. I mean, like this. Are the most beautiful things that have ever been made. I mean,
Yep.
Enzo Ferrari. He famously quoted Jaguar E-Type as being one of the most beautiful designs ever made, and I agree with him. But I guess it depends who you speak to as to how you can define how important they are. Because to me, well, it's extremely important. We own a Mini. Granted, it's a BMW Mini. It's got BMW engine transmission, but it is a British car. It's made here. It's extremely important to me. I'm extremely passionate about Mini, of course. I mean, it just depends who you speak to, because obviously you get some people who are fascinated by Nissan. I mean, I know I'm named after Nismo, but I mean, I love the brand, don't get me wrong, but I'm not sort of, oh my God, look at it, you know what I mean? I'm not sort of,
fanboy.
It depends what it is. It depends who you speak to, it depends where you go, because of course, classic car shows, you're going to get more of these MG, Jaguar, Morris, all of them. But then if you go to a modified car show, you're going to get Nissans, Toyotas, all sorts. It depends where you go and who you speak to as to where you go. But personally, to me, I just love a good mix. And can I mention, before we wrap up,
Yep.
I mentioned before when I pulled that BMW out, Matchbox, my opinion on it. And this is a very interesting thing that I've been talking to a few collectors in the UK about. A few years ago, I'm talking maybe 10 or maybe 12 years ago now, when Ryu Asada was in the Matchbox design team, we were experiencing something known as now the Matchbox Golden Age. We were getting brilliant new castings, such as, if you remember that Lotus, I can't remember what it's called. I think it was an Elan, where it sort of looks like a pickle chuck, but it's not. And it's got that brilliant design by Ryu, where the base is a different color to the middle, which is the interior that wraps around that acts as the chrome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same as actually the Jaguar E-Type.
Yep.
That was a gold era. Everything was fully detailed. Everything was brilliant. They were doing things for collectors, and then that stopped.
Yep.
And that was fairly recently, actually. That stopped in about 2018. They were releasing mundane things that no one cared about Matchbox. And now, I think we are experiencing the second Matchbox Golden Age.
I agree.
Things like that Volvo 240, that RX-8, the ML2. I love the ML2 casting.
Yep.
I will never stop talking about that. I just love Matchbox now. They are doing everything right, and I cannot wait till we finally start getting the Matchbox premium stuff on our shops, because that's the only thing we're waiting for now, is that. I just think they are back to being how they should be. They are back. And anyone who says they aren't, you're lying. You're talking rubbish. Listen to me there. You're talking rubbish. No, I just love them. It's a brilliant brand, and I'm filled with passion for them.
Well, some hard truths coming from Rapid Nismo.
When isn't there?
A thankful UK collector that is experiencing a renaissance of Matchbox castings, as well as Hot Wheels premiums and
whatever this is,
other higher end stuff coming from Mattel. So, Aaron, it has been such a treat to hang out with you and get to know you even more. We've been friends for a long time. We will continue that in the future as well.
Eventually, when I have a bit of that stuff,
you'll have to hitch a ride with some of your family that comes over here, and I will buy you a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Never going to say never to having a bit of Chick-fil-A when I come over.
There you go.
We'll get some nuggets. Cuisine.
Well, fans, viewers, I hope you've enjoyed this interview. We've got plenty more What's Cracking episodes coming in the future. Aaron, again, thank you for your time. And
there's only one way we can end it.
There is only one way to end it. So I'm going to let Aaron take us out.
Okay, everyone. Stay safe, everyone. Have fun. And of course, stay juking. Peace, everyone.